I'm tenacious. I envision myself as a human pit bull. Okay, I snag on and I don't let go until I get something addressed. So my name's Debra Robertson-Moore. I have a BS in human biology and I have a Doctor of Chiropractic from Cleveland University. Why did I choose my profession? I chose it ultimately because I received benefits from chiropractic care. I was in a head-on collision in my early 30s. I ended up hitting a tow truck head-on, so I was fortunate to walk away from it. But I came away from it with actually having severe headaches. And so I started going to a chiropractor. A huge difference. I was just amazed. I had no idea that there could be such a big difference as far as just from pain to no pain and with no meds. And I was currently going to undergrad for a degree in psychology. Well, I kept asking my chiropractor, well, why are you doing this? What's this? And he said, have you ever thought about just checking this out? And that's how I ended up making the change. So yeah, I was 20 and I was getting ready to get married. And my mother's best friend came and talked to me. She gave me some really good advice and I thought about it. I dreamed about it and I woke up and I canceled the engagement 13 days before I was going to get married. One of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that when they make a career choice, it truly is a life choice. And we are integrated creatures. We are physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. And all of those play a role and we bring all that to the plate. From that point, I decided to begin educating myself and really becoming the person that I knew I needed to be. And I would have probably not went and gotten a doctorate if I had married young and if I had had children. I'm working with electronic health records. I'm the EHR coordinator for our university. I'm also involved in our clinical lab testing. One of my personal loves with this field is that we get to work with lab work. A lot of the different states will allow us to actually draw labs. We can make recommendations, like in the state of Kansas, our scope of practice allows us to do lab testing. I had an intern that was sick and we did blood work and we ended up finding out she'd been to 5 or 6 doctors that had basically blown her off. And based on what I saw in the blood work, I said, no, you've got to get this checked. And here's what I suspect. And they found a very large tumor mass in her neck. And several of her doctors said, well, how'd you find this? She said, you know what? The person that shouldn't have found it is the one that found it, and that was my chiropractor. One of my doctors at school actually did the necessary lab work and actually listened. That really made a big difference. That's huge. You never know how your life's going to touch somebody.